Hello guys, so today I'm going to be showing you a deck profile of the not the black mass saiyan, the regular masked saiyan from the starter deck. I really love this leader. He is of course a black leader, and activate main, his ability, and you place the top 3 cards from your deck into your discard pile, and then if you discard a black card, he gains crit, and if you discard any other colored card, you get plus 5k, so he can become a 15k crit on first turn. And then, of course, when you awaken, you draw 2, which draw power is wanted in this deck more than untap energy because you're playing a lot of low cost cards. And then, of course, his awakened side does the same active main ability, and then when you swing with him, you draw a card. And to get into the deck profile, we're starting off with the Bardock the Progenitor. He is, of course, a 1-cost yellow, swap 2, and when you play him, you take a life. I chose him over the adoptive father son Gohan over him because I like the blockers more than the taking a life. And of course, yeah, like I just said, we got the adoptive father son Gohan. We run 4 of those. He's a swap 2 and he's a blocker. And then we run the rest of the swap package, which is, of course, the Dependable Dynasty Son Goku. It's 15k cost, and you can get him out on the field by swapping for free from either these 2. And then, of course, Scrambling Assault Son Goten. It is 2-drop and auto when this card attacks. You look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose one and add them to your hand. And then you place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. And then we run 3 Power Charge Bardocks. When this card attacks, you may draw a card, and if you don't draw a card, he gains double strike, so you can become a double strike 15k, or you just draw the card with a 15k beater. And you can always swap from the Dependable Dynasty Son Goku into him for 2 instead of paying the 3. I find I'm charging him just as energy. And then we go into our main, I guess, like one of our win cons of the deck. It's, of course, the Striker Bardock and the Desperate Warrior Super Saiyan Bardock. The Striker Bardock is a dual attack, and when you play this card, if your leader card is a Saiyan, you look at the top 3 cards, you choose one, add it to your hand, and then you place the rest in your drop area. This feeds your late game Overwhelm. And then, of course, we got the Desperate Warrior. It's X Evolve, so he comes into play untapped when you evolve. And then his permanent is if your opponent has 6 or more energy. This card gains plus 5k and triple strike. So he can possibly become a 30k triple strike. And of course, when this card comes into play through evolution, you tap all your opponent's battle cards and energy cards. And then to get into the counters of the deck, we run 3 Master Roshis, Forged of Will. I chose this card over regular counters mainly because when you play him, he comes out on the field. So really good counter, and he gets a body on the field for you with the 5k combo. And then we run 2 1-ofs, and that'll be one of the Crusher Ball and one of the Flying Nimbus. Pretty self-explanatory why those are in there. The Crusher Ball is you counter play, the battle card is played in rest mode. And then the Flying Nimbus is a counter attack. You negate the attack. Place 1 yellow card in your hand into the drop area. If you do so, your opponent can only attack 1 more time with battle cards. And then we go into the black package of the deck, which is Quick Blade Trunks and Unrelenting Assault Trunks. They're both Overrealm, for 1 for 2 Overrealm, 1 for 3 Overrealm. The Quick Blade Trunks is just there as a 15k beater and possible Xeno Evolve target. And then we got the Unrelenting Assault Trunks, which is Overrealm 3. And when this card is sent to the warp from your battle area or deck, you add it to your hand. He's our main Xeno Evolve target. And then we got 3 Power Aura Miras. I just love him because he's Overwhelmed for 3. And then when you have 3 or more, he gains plus 5k. If you have 5 or more in your warp area, he gains an additional plus 5k. So he can possibly become a 25k beater for a turn, which I really love. And then we got 4 Killer Sword Trunkses. It's a Xeno Evolve for 4. And then when you warp the Unrelenting Assault Trunks, he goes to your hand, and then when he comes into play, you choose a card in your warp with an energy cost of 3 or less and play it. So pretty much all of these can come back. These can come back. I believe all the cards that can come back. But that's a pretty beefy amount of cards that you can pull back out. And then he, of course, also has Double Strike, which is always good. And then we got 2 of the Burst Energy Super Saiyan Bardock and the Dimensional Banisher Fu. I have Bardock in here because when you play him using Overwhelm, he gets plus 10k, so he becomes a 30k, and he can attack battle cards in active mode. And there's pretty much not really all that many cards that can stop this. It goes through barrier, it goes through blockers, it goes through everything. And then we run the Dimensional Banisher Fu over the Scientist Fu because we already have enough draw power in this deck. And of course, when you overwhelm this card into play, your opponent sends 1 battle card to their warp. And of course, he's also a Double Strike. And then of course, we got the last cards of the deck. We got the 4 super combos. I chose the Warp super combo over the Sparking super combo mainly because it's an overwhelm deck. I did find some use with the Sparking super combos as early drop 10k combos, but I don't really think that was I think this is the better choice by far. And then of course the 2 Dark Plots. This is pretty much the only extra card we have in our deck besides our 2 counters. And of course, when you play, you choose 1 battle card with energy cost of 4 or less and play it. And if it has Overwhelm, you untap 3 energy. And those are going to be our targets along with the Burst Energy Super Saiyan Bardock. And when you use Dark Plot, the Overwhelm cards stay in play. Mainly because you're not using the Overwhelm ability, you're just getting them back from your warp. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I was told in my locals. And of course, when you play it, you untap your 3 energy. So you got your openings for your Overwhelms. You got openings for your Storm package. It's pretty good. I really love this deck. This is probably like my favorite deck of all of them. Yeah. Let's see if I can get a better view. There we go. Now, what I was thinking about this deck is I don't necessarily want to get the Double Strike Champas or Double Strike Supreme Kais in here. I just find that it'd be way too cloggy and I wouldn't have as much consistency. The Power Charge Bardock is probably going to be taken up because I mainly just charge him as energy. So I'll probably throw in like maybe 1 or 2 Battering Lasers probably. Or maybe just find some other good yellow cards to put in there besides him. I normally never really play him. He's just mainly just energy, but he has come through a few couple times in test playing. So as of right now, he's going to stay in there until I determine otherwise. But yeah, that is the deck. Sorry. Also, with the Dependable Dynasty Son Goku, I chose him over the Videl, mainly because I want that high cost beater on the field. I don't want to just give one of my cards 5k and draw a card, mainly because I already have enough draw power. And these cards are high enough as is. Not a lot of people are running really, really high power cards. I've found in my locals, they're just running mainly Storm, Blue Storm, Gogeta, Gogeta Storm, Shenron, Boo Shenron, androids. This deck can mainly get through everything, especially with the Burst Energy Super Saiyan Bardock. No one's really expecting to attack active battle cards, especially for 30k. So that's really good. I guess that'll be it for today. If you have any questions or comments, just let me know in the bottom. I would like you to subscribe. That's always appreciated. As of right now, when this video gets uploaded, I only have 3 subscribers, which is just pitiful. But I want to see those numbers go up, guys. I want feedback. I want your guys' opinions. Everything matters in this game. Even if you want to critique it and tell me how bad this deck profile is, I want to hear about it. Show me what can be done better, what can be done to improve the deck. Just, yeah, I just want to see some feedback, guys. But yeah, that's it for today. Have a great one.